You are getting ready to be challenged. Welcome in, everybody. I'm happy to be here. And I'm grateful for your testimonies that are coming in. If you have a problem with procrastinating, if the enemy is just bothering you so much and causing you just to put things off, I want you to listen to this video because this is very important. Because God is getting ready to challenge you. God is getting ready to get you out of that comfort zone. God can afford for you to stay in the comfort zone that you're in. God is going to stretch you. You know, sometimes you think you can't go a step further. Sometimes you feel like you can't even take another hit. Sometimes you feel like you have the courage to do anything, to become anything. But on the other end of that spectrum, you lay down. God said, don't lay down on yourself another day. Do not lay down on your dreams. Don't lay down on your vision. Don't lay down on your goals. God said, no, I'm going to challenge you. God said, I'm going to come in your life and I'm going to upset things for you in a positive way. God said, I am going to light a fire up under you so you can run. You've been crawling. God said it's time for you to stand on your feet and run. It's time for you to stand on your feet and walk in a fast pace. You're going to be challenged. You have so much passion. You have so much passion. You have a desire to do better. You have a desire to become more, but you're procrastinating. You know why we procrastinate? Because you don't want to be challenged. You don't want to do what it takes to grow. You know, sometimes whenever you are challenged, you know, you got to leave a lot of things behind. The way you used to do things, the way you used to think, the people you used to deal with and hang with, you know, you got to leave all that stuff behind. See, this is why so many people don't do it. This is why so many people have a desire to do better, but they just don't put forth that action because it's going to require you to be challenged. You're getting ready to grow. You're getting ready to do more. You're getting ready to become more. You are. You're not going to stay in that situation. I'm telling you. Wherever you are, wherever you found yourself today, you're not going to stay in that place. God is going to lift you up out of that place. It's just time for you. It's just time for you to live a better life. It's just time for you to see more. It's just time for you to experience more. It's just time for you to have more. It is. It's time. Say it to yourself. It's time. You've been sensing it in your spirit. God has been giving you spiritual nudges. God has been giving you confirmation all around you. And here I am confirming what you already know. You have the passion. You have the drive. You have the motivation. But God said that's not enough. God said, I'm going to challenge you because I can't afford for you to procrastinate. God said, I can't afford for you to keep putting things off. Don't be afraid of a challenge. I want you to embrace your challenge. Don't be afraid of opposition. Embrace it. Don't be afraid of adversity. Embrace it. Don't be afraid of trouble because trouble don't last always. The trouble you are in, it's not going to last always. The problem that you're facing, it is not going to last always. It is not. The crisis that you found yourself in today, it is not going to last always. God is using these things that you're struggling with. God is using these things that you are going through with that you think are going to take you out literally. God said, no, I have allowed it to make you strong. God said, I have allowed it because I'm lighting a fire up underneath you so you can get moving. So many people that were in your life, they caused you to be stagnant. They were the wrong people. They caused you to be stayed. You had the positivity. You had the motivation. You had the drive. You had the passion. But when you are around wrong people, family, you're going to procrastinate. You're going to put things off. You can't afford to procrastinate. You can't afford to put things off. Say that. I can't afford to keep putting myself off. I can't afford to keep putting things off. You can't. God going to challenge you. He's going to challenge you because it's time for you to grow. You have so much to offer. You do. No matter what people have told you, you have a lot to offer. If you didn't have a lot to offer, you wouldn't be getting hit. You wouldn't be getting hit as hard as you are right now. You wouldn't be going through spiritual warfare. You wouldn't be. This is a sign from the Almighty God that I'm getting ready to get you up out of this place that you're in. This Lodabar place that you're in, that you found yourself in. No, family. God said, I'm getting you up out of this place. It's time for you to get moving. It's time for you to get going. You want more, so now you gotta prove it. You gotta prove it. Now it's time to put action with what you say. You want to do it? God said, put action. God's waiting on you. God's waiting on you to move. Don't let fear hold you. Don't allow fear to cause you not to take a step. Take a step. Move. It's time to move. It is time to grow. It is time to go. It's time to move. It's time to go. It's time to grow. Pack your bags. It's time to go. It's time for you to leave that old thinking you used to have. It's time for you to leave doubt in the land that you found it. It's time for you to leave fear in the land and in the place that you found it. It's time for you to go. This is a beautiful world that God created for his children. It is. God said the earth is mine and everything in it. Why do you fear? The enemy gave you fear because he knows how powerful you are when you put your faith to work. Put your faith to work. How do you put your faith to work? By doing something toward your dream. Faith requires a corresponding action. That means you have to do something. You can't just say something and don't do anything. You got to do something. You got to say something. You got to do something. Faith without works is dead. So what exactly is faith? Faith is the substance of whatever it is that you're hoping for, but you can't see it yet in the physical, but you got to see it in the spiritual. It don't matter if you can't see it right now in the physical, long as you can see it in the realm of the spirit, you can have it. Just close your eyes and envision whatever it is. God said if you can see it in the spirit, God said you can pull that thing down in the natural realm. God is going to challenge you where you have never been challenged before. He's going to challenge you greater. He's going to challenge you more than you've ever been challenged because it's time for you to move. It's time for you to grow. It is time for you to stop making excuses. Don't make excuses why you can't get it done. You don't even have a reason why you can't get it done. If you were hurt, if you were lied to, if you were cheated on, if you were manipulated, if you were cast away, if you were dropped, if you were not considered, that is no reason. And that is no excuse to lay down on yourself. Don't lay down on your dreams. Don't procrastinate. Grow. Don't be afraid to spread your wings and grow. Don't be afraid to fly. Don't be afraid to soar. Don't be afraid to do that. God said, I'm going to challenge you because it's time for you to leave this season. God says it's time for you to leave all that you used to do. God says it's time for you to get up out of this place. It is time for you to go. Yes, you've been through a lot. Yes, it was hurtful. Yes, it was painful. Yes, you thought you wasn't going to make it. Yes, some people fell off along the way, but they weren't your permanent people. Whatever left, they weren't permanent. It was temporary. It came for a reason. It came for one season. And it came for a lesson. Take the lessons that God has given you and move on. Take the lesson that God has given you and move on. It is time for you to put yourself first. It is time for you to leave a land of Lodabar. It is time. It is truly time. You said it yourself. I just can't keep doing this. I got to do better. You absolutely are right. So do it. What are you waiting for? Don't wait on anybody to do anything for you. God gave you everything you need. Everything. Everything you need is on the inside of you. Tap in. Tell yourself, I'm going to tap in. Tap in. Tap into that beautiful power source that you have on the inside of you. You can do so much more than what you think. If you can just get along with God and keep your prayer life, if you can just stay in tune with who God created you to be, you're going to touch heights that you never thought you could touch. That is the truth. Don't procrastinate another day in your life. Don't put off today what you can do, because tomorrow isn't promised to any of us. Live that way. Live a way and think this way. Tomorrow is not promised to me. I need to do exactly what I can do today. Do everything you can do today. God gonna do some good things in your life. We gotta have faith. We gotta believe. It don't matter what it look like around us. We gotta have faith, because faith is the key. Prayer and faith, that is the key. I already know and believe in my heart and my spirit. Just give me your testimonies. I'm telling you, give me your testimonies. Stay encouraged in the Lord, family. Stay hooked up to God. Whatever you do, don't let him go. People may let you go, but don't ever let God go. People may stop talking to you, but don't ever stop talking to God. I'm telling you, because prayer is the key. Prayer is going to give you access where you've been denied. Talk later.